Today, Olive Garden and Bucca Di Beppo go breadstick to breadstick.
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
Unless I'm mistaken, the Olive Garden slogan is Olive Garden. When you're here, should you be somewhere else?
I've thought that. Of course, I've also been to Buca Di Beppo and thought the same thing.
And as two of the most ubiquitous Italian restaurants on the planet, today we're gonna pit them against each other head to head and find out which is better.
Okay, so for a cuisine with so much meat, you'd think there would be some beef between these two competing chains. But their social media accounts were fairly devoid of any fighting words, so that's why we got involved. We tweeted, "Hey, Buca Di Beppo, Olive Garden told us your name should be Buca Di Beppo because your entire menu is nothing but meh." Any response?
To which Bucca Di Beppo did respond with a scathing, "Happy to know we're living rent-free in your head."
Oh, that was directed at us.
Yeah.
Well, touche, Mr. Di Beppo. Then, in an attempt to stir up even more drama, we tweeted, "Hey, Olive Garden, Bucca Di Beppo told us that you source your ingredients from the dumpster of a mall food court Sbarro. Is that true?" To which Olive Garden said, "Nothing." And Bucca Di Beppo replied, "Nope."
Oh man, clearly these two Italian behemoths cannot stand each other.
Yeah.
It's time for Food Feuds, Olive Garden versus Bucca Di Beppo. We're gonna taste and compare popular items from each restaurant and rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. We're gonna add that up, right? We do add them up.
Yeah, we do.
And then the restaurant with the most points will be crowned Papa Italiano and will win a chance to sponsor a future GMM episode.
You know you want that. And as always, we send a mythical crew member to each restaurant to pick up our order. Stevie, are they back yet?
Guys, you won't believe it, but there's been a delay. The good news is that I have pre-dialed each representative from each restaurant, and they're on the line now. Guys, can you give us some kind of update, please?
Hi, buongiorno, signores. This is Buca Dirk Beppo. How can I help you?
Dirk. For some reason, I'm not surprised. Hey, Dirk, it's your boy, Rhett. I'm just checking in on my order. It's late.
Oh, hey, Rut. Oh, it's so good to hear from you again. Listen, I know your food is running late, but please do not complain to my manager. I accidentally broke a framed photo of the Pope, and he is not happy about it.
Listen, I don't even know your manager. I'm not going to complain to him. I just want to know what's the ETA on the food.
It should be very soon. It's on its way. It's coming. But Rut, can I say something?
Okay, yeah. What is it, Dirk?
I like our little talks.
Me too, Dirk. I feel exactly the same way.
Oh, good. Yay.
Okay, bye, Dirk.
Can we get Olive Garden on the line? Because that's not here either.
Hello, this is former Popeyes employee Patty. Thank you for calling Olive Garden. When you're here, your family, what do you want?
Hey, Patty, it's Link again.
Sir, you really have to stop stalking me. You have a wife and children.
How do you know I have a wife and kids? It sounds like maybe you're the one stalking me.
I just did a very light Google search. Besides,
Exactly.
I'm spoken for. Dirk gave me a promise ring at the virtual homecoming dance. Can I help you with something?
I'm curious, how do you like working at the Olive Garden?
It's okay. There's grapes hanging everywhere, but don't try to eat them. They're plastic. Olive Garden is a liar.
Where's our food?
Oh, the guy says he dropped it off like 10 minutes ago. Jeez, bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, so we've got the food. Well, let's eat it.
Salad.
On Rhett's side, we have Olive Garden's signature salad and breadsticks. Both items are offered for free with the order of an entree, but to order the house salad on its own, it costs $7.79. And if you want extra breadsticks for takeaway orders, that costs $4.49. And on Link's side, we have Bucca Di Beppo's mozzarella garlic bread, which goes for $15 and is notably not endless, and their mixed green salad, which is $13. We'll note that most items at Bucca Di Beppo are served family style and intended for sharing, and all the pricing that we're talking about is from the closest location to us, because it does differ, apparently, throughout the U.S.
Well, this is complicated. I mean, yeah, when I think Bucca Di Beppo, I think quantity. And when I think Olive Garden, I just think
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. Now these breadsticks,
they're good.
There's no croutons on the salad, but when you got the breadstick, why do you need a crouton?
The lettuce is higher quality.
Yeah, this salad,
This salad is got more stuff going on than this salad.
it's more flavorful.
This bread, look at the cheese on this.
This looks good. It looks much better than this.
Oh, wow.
Does it taste much better?
Way better.
Still very garlicky.
That's garlic bread.
But cheesy.
I love some garlic bread.
That is strong. I'm gonna give the Olive Garden breadstick salad combo
5.
5.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm gonna give this
7.
I totally agree. Also a 7.
There you go. 5 and 7, boys. You gotta eat one of these straight up, though.
On Rhett's side is Olive Garden's Chicken Alfredo, which costs $19.49. And on Link's side is Buca Di Beppo's Fettuccine Alfredo with chicken, which is again presented in family-style portions. This is the small, which costs $36, but as it's meant to feed 3 people, that makes it $12 per person.
$12 per
That's
person.
good.
Yeah, very creamy,
And
very
the chicken
rich.
has a nice
Sear.
sear on it. Yeah. Wow. And I really like the fettuccine. The cheese, the Alfredo sauce is very good.
Because it's thick, very flavorful.
I'm going chicken only to begin with.
Yeah, now the chicken at Buca is smaller pieces. There's not, it doesn't have that pleasing to the eye sear.
I don't know. I'm not an expert. It tastes like it's been frozen.
That is not a good chicken.
The chicken is subpar compared to Olive Garden in a big way.
The sauce is nothing to talk about either.
Wow. There's
Dramatic
a substantial difference. This is an 8 for me.
It's
I mean, another piece of chicken because I'm here. Why not?
but when you're talking about like the best Italian food you can get, you're not talking about these places. And you know that, we know that. That's why I feel like even if I love this, I can't give it a 10 or a 9. I'm giving it an 8. We are in agreement. I'm giving this a 5.
I'm going lower than that, friend. 4.
I'm not gonna argue. Hey, go over to the Mythical Kitchen channel because Fancy Fast Food is back with brand new episodes. There's a new one that's up this week. You gotta check that out. And every Thursday, you can cook along with Josh, Nicole, and Trevor in the Mythical Kitchen.
And they also have a podcast, A Hot Dog is a Sandwich, where you can hear them discuss your favorite controversial food opinions. Listen to it wherever you get podcasts.
Mythical Kitchen, good stuff.
It's Ziti time.
Ziti time.
On Rhett's side, we have Olive Garden's 5-cheese Ziti al forno, which comes in at $17.49. On Link's side, we have Buca di Beppo's baked Ziti, which is $14 for an individual serving, or $32 for a family-sized serving for 3, which is $11 per person.
Now this has got a ricotta dollop on it.
Ricotta dollop?
And this has got like a sprinkling.
5 cheese. 5 cheeses.
Yeah, and
Count them.
There's a 1, 2.
Yep.
Maybe I see 2.
Okay. So you're saying they're lying.
Count the ricotta dollops.
1.
I'm
Get
going,
some of the ricotta dollop.
I'm going hard on that ricotta dollop. It's got mozzarella, ricotta.
Okay, there's not as huge of a difference between these two as there was the last dish.
The cheese flavor
But the cheese flavor on Olive Garden
is bringing it. And
way
there's
better.
There's a lot more sauce over here too. I think this is dramatically better.
I am tasting all 5 cheeses.
And if you like a ricotta dollop, it's only going to last you so long. I'm experiencing anxiety with trying to distribute my ricotta dollop a little bit through every bite.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
It's not going to work
And think about it when you're sharing it.
because this becomes bland. This is kind of
It's what?
bland.
It's bland?
It's getting tasteless, man.
This is actually getting better the more I eat it.
Yeah, and this is getting worse because the ricotta dollop is getting smaller and smaller.
That's really solid 7 for me.
I'm going to give it a 6, but I'm going to give this a 4.
I'm also going to
3. I'm going to give it a 3.
I'm going to give it a 4. I'll give it a 4. You give it a 4? Give it a 4.
And finally, dessert. On Rhett's side is Olive Garden's Sicilian Cheesecake with strawberry sauce, which will cost you $8.79.
Sicilian, huh?
And on Link's side is Buca di Beppo's homemade cheesecake with raspberry sauce sprinkled with toasted hazelnuts, which costs $15.
That is more this looks more impressive. That just tastes like regular old cheesecake. I mean, it's not bad. It's good.
Yeah, it is good. It's nothing to rave about.
But the sauce on here, and the fact that there's hazelnuts, I got to get some hazelnuts.
Here, I'll dump some over for
I mean,
you.
the whole thing just kind of came apart on me.
Yeah, is it powdery?
What is missing over there?
Where?
Something
My eyes were closed. I couldn't hear you.
Something incredibly important is missing from that cheesecake.
It doesn't have a crust.
It doesn't have a crust.
What the crap?
Is there a crust that I don't see?
Let's turn it over.
You can't just give me hazelnuts and think that you've solved the crustless problem.
What in the world? We were tricked for a few minutes, and then I would have been tricked forever if I wouldn't open my eyes.
The cheesecake and the sauce are good. The hazelnuts are okay. But this crust is what completes a bite of cheesecake. Give me a freaking break.
That is strange, Di Beppo.
The cheesecake's better here. It's actually better cheesecake now that I come back to it.
Definitely. Yeah, I never knew that crust meant so much to a cheesecake.
I never knew.
And now I know. And I'm giving that
That's good.
a solid 6.
I'm giving it 6 as well because I've had really good cheesecake.
Yeah, this is nowhere near the best
But-
cheesecake. I'm gonna give this a 2 because they forgot the crust.
Yeah, I'm a 2-man as well. 2. You got to have crust. What is happening, Buca?
And that means with a score of 51 to 34, Olive Garden wins this food feud.
Congratulations. And you know what? I'm only half surprised because I hate olives, but I'm okay with the garden.
And 51 to 34, I gotta say, that might be the biggest landslide victory in Food Feuds history on this show. Sorry, Buca. Y'all got to go back to the Italian drawing board.
And Mr. Garden, you want a chance to sponsor a GMM episode.
Thanks for subscribing and clicking that bell.
You know what time it is.
Hi, I'm Emanuele from Naples, Italy, and it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
Ha! Beautiful. Beautiful place.
So beautiful. Click the top link to watch us try to translate Italian phrases in Good Mythical more.
And to find out where the wheel of mythicality is gonna land.
We're just gonna go ahead and mash this together into a nice paste. You want all that flour to absorb the gravy. Then we're just gonna lube up our hands. Why is this not in the jorts? Uh-oh.